Just over 3.5 to go here in the first quarter, and a far cry from the opening frame and the first time these two teams met when the Clarke Indians put up 30 points in that opening 8 minutes. Here they sit with 4, and Chariton leads it by 4. Cooley with a baseline jumper over the outstretched hand of Brock Oxenreiter. Jack's got 4 points. Ahead, the pass tried to get to Wallace, but Brock Watson with the steal. Second turnover by the Chargers. Here comes Watson. He had it poked away by Gibson. Brock Oxenreiter had one bounce right in his paws. Second turnover for Clarke. Wallace shovels one to Gruel. He gets left of the elbow. Jumper, short. Cooley skies for his third board. And he'll bring it up himself. 2-point game, Chariton 8, Clarke 6. Cooley drives free throw line, kicks right corner 3 is in for Ashton Geiza. Geiza's 17th three-pointer of the year. He came in tied for 5th in the conference with 16 on the season, 31% from downtown. Here, Wallace is going to try to answer left corner. No, front iron. Cole White with his second board. Off to Otto, one of the best passers in the conference. Tried to get a little fancy there with a reverse layup, missed it off the front iron, and Blaine Wallace there to clear the glass. Smith running the floor, finished before Cooley could get a hand on it. 6 points for Mason Smith. Great find, too, from Cameron Gibson in transition. 10-9, Chariton back in front. Otto picked off. Gruel jumped it on a pass for the baseline intended for Watson. Here, Q goes underneath to Smith, and Otto is going to be called for a foul. Bumped Smith. Bo's first. Third team foul on the Indians. 1 currently for Chariton with just under 2 minutes to play first quarter. Wallace to inbound. Cooley with some pressure on the inbounder. He gets it away to Gibson, does Blaine. Man-to-man from Clarke. Cameron around a screen from Smith. Gibson, he got left alone. He pulls the trigger on a 3, couldn't hit it. Gruel fighting for a loose ball rebound with Geiza, and they say it was last touched by Q. He thought that Geiza was the last one to touch that basketball, but that's one where both guys have it in their possession. As it trickles out of bounds, it's tough to make that call without instant replay. We got Jasmine Ebling watching, cheering on Clarke. Thanks for being along with us, Jasmine. Feel free, folks, to hop on into our comment section. We love hearing from you. So do our players and coaches when they go back and watch our broadcast. Jack Cooley with 6 first quarter points on his little step back. Now some pressure off the make from Clarke as they take the lead 11-10. Pass ahead to Wallace, 3-on-2 Chariton. Indians get back quickly. Smith rises and fires, misses it left. Cooley there for another board. Jack's going to walk it up with 1:10 to go in the first quarter. Gives it off to Otto. Bo back over to Jack right side. Cooley into the lane, all the way in. Finished and one. Jack Cooley off to a fast start. Oxenreiter with his first personal second team foul. In comes number 24, Connor Briggs, to replace Wallace. Clock is stopped with exactly 60 seconds on the board here in the first quarter, and Cooley will toe the line for the first time tonight. He leads Clarke with 18 made free throws on the year, 60% at the stripe. Perfect tonight. 9 first quarter points for number 22. Oxenreiter, 23, I beg your pardon. Oxenreiter, 22. Got it to Smith, back to Brock. His jumper is short. Kicked back to him, though. He follows by getting his miss. Smith, right wing. 14-10 Clarke. Smith and Cooley, one-on-one. Mason pulls up, hits the 3. You could see Cooley was staring out of the side of his eye, out of that peripheral vision, trying to make room for that screen to fight over the top of it. And when he turned just a fraction away, Smith buried the 3 over his head. Geiza on the drive. Floater, that's a tough shot. Off the mark, Oxenreiter with his third rebound. Could be final shot for Chariton. Smith has other ideas. How about a second 3? 12 first quarter points from Mason Smith. Chariton back in front. Final 4 seconds of the frame. Cooley drives, kicks. This will count if it goes from Watson, and it does right before the buzzer. Chariton, having played a great quarter, still at the end of the opening 8 minutes, will find themselves trailing by 1. Clarke 17, Chariton 16. If the rest of these 3 quarters are like the first, we're in for a treat. Stick around, seconds coming up.